munchkins, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special guest. This is Schweiger, for those of you who do not know. Always looking super exciting as usual. He's always got a lot going on. Today I'm going to be pretty much talking through how I got this entire look that's on my face, this yellow eyeshadow look. I give you guys a full face tutorial. I talk you through my face makeup, my eyes, my lips, my everything, my cheeks, all of that. So it's not just the eye look, it's everything. You're so cute. Look how disinterested he is in being in this intro. Let's just go ahead and hop right in. If you want to learn how to achieve this yellow eyeshadow look, then keep on watching. But wait! Before you keep on watching, be sure that you subscribe to be a part of the Oz family, where there's beautiful, wondrous things. I don't know. So make sure you subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and hit the thumbs up if you like yellow eyeshadow things and other things like that. Oh my god, I'm sweating from doing this intro. Let's just get into it. Let me put this dog down because, dear Lord, it's like holding a heater. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into the video, shall we? Okay, so my camera has decided that it doesn't want to participate in a nice way for this video, so I'm not able to use my monitor right now, so I'm just praying this video stays in focus the whole time for you guys. So I did want to show you my base for this look because the eye look is so simple. I just wanted to talk you through my new routine that I've been doing. First and foremost, I'm going to take the MAC Strobe Cream, and this is the Gold Light one. I'm just going to put this on the high points of my face. Okay, so since my skin has been miraculously clearing up lately, I've been going very minimal with my foundation routine because when my skin's clear, it's just like, I just love to embrace that and use as little product as possible because, you know, we gotta be grateful for those times. So I'm going to be using the NARS foundation stick. This is in the shade Santa Fe, and I love this as just a super lightweight foundation because I only really put it on the spots that need a little extra help, and I leave everything else bare. And because it is a foundation stick, I like to spray my face and get it a little damp, and then go back in and blend it with my beauty blender, which, by the way, I have a beauty blender now, you guys. Like, I know for a while I was refusing to get one because I think it's insane how much it costs for one sponge. And you know, I will say that I do like how squishy it is. However, do I think that you can save your money and get the same finish with your fingers? Absolutely. So you can totally still see some of my discoloration peeking through. I like to do a very sheer layer of foundation and then spot conceal where I need to for that most natural, fresh finish, you know, because I'm not really wearing anything on my skin. My skin just looks like this. For spot concealing, I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee, and I promise I'm not going to use all NARS products for this video. The reason why I do use primarily NARS for my complexion is because I am a very acne prone person, so I find that when I experiment and use other foundations that I've never tried before, I often break out from them. So when it comes to my day-to-day routine, I like to just stick with a brand that works really well for my sensitive skin. You know, every once in a while I'll experiment for you guys for the sake of me not always using the same things. But when it comes to my day-to-day routine, I will often just use one brand. That way my skin isn't having a horrendous just problems by the end of the day. And again, because that is a creamier matte product, I like to go back in with my, by the way, let me tell you what I'm using, the BADESCU spray. This is the one with rose water. I've used this in plenty of my videos. I love to just use it to hydrate the skin, bring some dewiness back to it. I'll often use it to set my makeup and whatnot. But once I run out of this bottle, I'm probably not going to be repurchasing it because it does have a lot of questionable ingredients in it, and I'm not a fan of putting products on my face that have like a laundry list of ingredients that I can't pronounce. I feel like when I see other people using a beauty blender, they always use the butt of the sponge, and I always use this side even for my face. Is there a reason why everybody else is doing it that way? I don't know, I just like this side more than I like the butt. I'm just gonna sit on what I just said. I'm actually gonna go in with a Sisley concealer. I just happen to have this one. I like it for color correcting because the shades are really strange. I'm not telling you you have to go drop this insane amount of money on this concealer because it's so overpriced. I'm just using it because I have it, okay? You guys, don't take it so seriously. You don't have to go drop all this money on a concealer. There's plenty of concealers that are just as good as this. I'm just using it because I got it, you know? Any of the Maybelline concealers at the drugstore are just as great. I will say this one is very hydrating though. So I feel like that does a really nice natural job of brightening up my under eyes. Actually, I was gonna put another concealer on top, but I don't feel the need to. Okay, let's powder. Forgot it. So I definitely just kicked my camera stand and had to rearrange my entire camera setup without being able to see it on the monitor. Let me tell you how much fun it is to have to shoot like 3 tester videos, adjusting the camera and then running to check and see if it works, and then the powder that I've been loving to use lately is the CoverGirl Clean Powder. I use the shade Buff Beige 125. And this powder is awesome if you're looking for that airbrushed look, like the Charlotte Tilbury, but you don't want to drop that kind of money on Charlotte Tilbury, okay? There's a specific one of these that is meant for just pores and smoothing out the skin. And let me tell you, it does just that. And I actually love this powder too because I don't feel when I put it all over my face. It's powdery at first. It melts really well with my facial sprays, like my Fix Plus or the Mario spray. It melts very easily. I will say a lot of other powders that I use, they just don't take to the sprays as well and they still stay kind of powdery. But this one melts instantly to give you that airbrushed finish while still not looking like a powder puff, you know? Kind of press it and roll it onto my skin so it really fills in any kind of pores, just any kind of lines or like anything. It also has a nice little bit of coverage too. I don't mind a little bit of my flaws peeking through. I'd rather show a little bit of my acne scarring than have like a full freaking coverage on. That's just me. You do you, boo-boo. I'd rather that and have a more lightweight, wearable foundation on my face than having like a full coverage, heavy. I feel like my skin can't breathe, and then when I take my makeup off, my face looks absolutely dead because it's had like 7 layers of cake on its face. I'd rather just wear something light. Okay, you guys get it. You get the point. I'll go spritz with the Mario and let that sit for a second. Next up, I'm gonna bronze my face just a little bit. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Bronze palette. I don't know if you guys are even able to see any of the things I'm showing you, so I'm a little afraid if I hold it up close for the camera to focus on, it's never gonna focus back on me, so I'll put everything down below, all right? Don't worry, you'll know what I'm using. And I'm gonna dip into this shade right over here. It's the first like bronzy shade, and it looks like it has some gold flecks in it too. And I like to start by the ear and like just kind of flick it inwards. That way, the heaviest amount of your product is here, and it lightens up as it gets closer to your cheek. You feel me? Now that we've bronzed, I do want to toss a little bit of blush on. Now, usually I would never wear an orange blush. If you guys have watched some of my past videos, I talked about how I do not like to wear orange blushes. They just don't work with me personally. However, for the sake of this look, I'm gonna try. So I have this Profusion blush. It's in the shade Naturel, which I don't know who's naturally in this shade of orange, but it's fine. We're gonna give it a go, and I'm only putting a little bit of this on. I just wanted to do more of a peachy cheek to go with the yellow. So for blush, I like to do the opposite pretty much of what I do for bronzer. I start about 2 fingers away from my nose, 2 fingers away from my nose, right at like the chunkiest part of the apple of my cheek. I used to put it a lot here, but I find that that doesn't snatch my face back as much. So I like to start about 2 fingers away and sweeping it, starting here, sweeping it up and back, up and back. That way the most concentrated part of it is here, and it lessens as we get towards the cheekbone. I mean, I'm not saying that a whole blush contour is the worst thing. There's looks for that. This is just not one of them. Okay, you know what? I have to say I don't mind how this blush looks. Do I feel like it's low-key kind of just a bronzer? Maybe. But I do see a hint of pink in it right here. And then it, okay. I see what they did there. They tricked me. It looks very, very orange. But they tricked me. It has subtle pinkness. Or maybe that's just me from being hot. That could be it. Me from being very warm. For highlight, I'm gonna jump into this beautiful Profusion highlight palette. Dun, 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 dun. It's got a whole bunch of different colored highlights. Obsessed, where is it? Obsessed right here. And that one is like one of the lightest foundation shades that I had. So, foundation? Really? One of the lightest highlight shades that I had. What am I saying? What's going on? So I'm gonna dip into that, and I'm actually gonna use the same size brush that I used for my blush and bronzer. And this is something new I've been doing, and I like it a lot better for my highlight. And I kind of start up here, and I just sweep it across the cheekbone. And what this does is it really concentrates the highlight, on the highest part of your cheekbone, while also the rest of the fanning of the brush is blending it seamlessly into the rest of, that area. That way, I find that when I use smaller brushes, I just get like one direct line of highlight, and I don't like that sharp look. I really want it to look kind of 3D around my cheekbone and make that whole area glow seamlessly. Let the brush kind of fall along the cheekbone, swiping it downwards. And you see that way I get kind of like wherever I turn my head, you're getting an even amount of natural highlight, if that makes sense. I just don't like it when it looks so chunky, thick strip of highlight. I like it for it to just look like my skin naturally glows like this at all angles. A little bit of that across my nose, right up here. I've been loving a glowy forehead, just in the right places, right above the eyebrows. Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the sides of my chin. You don't want the center of your chin to be super glowy, but right here on the sides. That way it hits that highlight when you turn profile. But it's not like that weird oily looking chin. So I'm gonna do my brows real quick off camera, and then I will be back. I'll be back. Okay, so now that my brows have been thickened and I've returned, I'm going to base prep my eyes, and I'm using the LA Base. It's from Lancome. I'm using the shade number 3, and I love this as an eyeshadow base. First of all, it just gets rid of all of the discoloration on your lid, and it makes eyeshadows apply so much like smoother. Even if you have a lower quality eyeshadow, if you use this base, they blend so much easier. Just a wonderful thing. I'm just coating that all over my eye because I really want this yellow to pop. The eyes are prepped. The eyes are prepped and looking nice. So I've let my eyebrows been growing in like crazy because of castor oil, and I haven't plucked them or touched them in so long because I'm waiting until they grow in enough for me to get them waxed into a nice shape. So right now they're just kind of like an in-between bushy phase. There's not really any shape to them. They're hanging out. There's little caterpillars on my face, so don't mind my eyebrows, okay? The yellow color that I'm going to use is from this palette that I have. Bada bing, can you guess which one I'm gonna use? Yes, it's this one right here. So I'm going to use that one. Now, I don't know where this palette is from. It was given to me as a gift. I have no idea what brand it is. It's just like, it's like a Z palette essentially. Let's just pretend I'm using Pastel Goth palette, there's a beautiful yellow in that one, so let's just pretend I'm using that. That way I'm giving you guys a recommendation of a color while I'm really just using the only yellow that I have, because let's be real, yellow is hard to come by. I'm going to start off with a soft wash of that color, and to be honest, I don't really even like this yellow. It's a little bit lime greeny for my taste, but I'm gonna work with what I got. I'm gonna start with a nice wash of that color all over my lid. And I highly recommend when you get towards blending up to your crease, raise your arm up and have the brush tilted down instead of doing it all here, because this will cause you to bring it too far up to your brow bone. When you do it this way, any excess of the brush is pointed downwards, and that way you are only washing it on your lid and your crease, and you're not bringing it too far up to your brow bone. That way you don't end up with a much bigger look than you expected. I have been obsessed with yellow eyeshadow since it started trending. The runway looks and the Instagram looks and everything that has come from this trend, I just am obsessed. And now, taking a clean brush that doesn't have that shadow, I'm gonna wash that all up right by where my crease is and upwards. And that way I'm not putting a lot of the color up there, but I'm blending it nice and seamlessly. This yellow is like tennis ball yellow. I hope it looks good on camera, but like looking at it in the pan, it looks like tennis ball yellow, whatever you call that color. So now that I've got a nice wash of that color, I really want to pack it on. I'm going to use more of a flat brush for this. You know what? I wonder if wetting my brush would make this better or worse. Let's try it. I'm going to really pack this onto my lid. I actually like the way this is coming out. I was afraid this color would look too green. Wow, look at the difference. I actually highly recommend wetting your brush for this. And I highly recommend when you're getting into the crease, you want to look straight out or straight down while you're doing it. That way you're getting the actual shape of your crease. Instead of when you close your eyes, it's kind of hard to find where it is and it can get messy. But if you're looking straight out, you're really able to sink the brush just right into where the crease is. And then just going back in with a clean brush and blending out any edges. Okay, so as tempting as it is to go in with a bunch of other colors, I actually really wanted to keep this look only about the yellow. So I'm going to curl my lashes. Pro tip, you should always curl your lashes before adding an eyeliner to your waterline. That way you're not removing some of the eyeliner that you just put down. I always like to curl my lashes first. And I'm going in with the NARS Kohl liner, and this is in the shade, it's the black one, Minork? Yikes, okay. Running that in my upper waterline. Oh no! It's alright. Cover most of that with the wing liner. Next thing, I'm gonna go in and do a wing liner. Did I not prepare that in time? Did I not? Okay. Did I not even grab a mascara either? Girl, what are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw on a winged liner. And I wanted my wing to be a little bit thicker for this look. Good enough for now. If there's anything you ever want to fix for your wing, you can always just go in with a small brush and a bit of concealer and clean it on up. Clean it up. Clean on up. I'm actually gonna go over that spot with some concealer and then back in with the yellow, because putting the yellow over the black just wasn't working. Let's add some mascara, and I'm using the new NARS Climax mascara. Now, y'all, go try it if you haven't. It's a good mascara. Like, it gives me volume like nothing else. I'm also gonna put on lashes, so I don't have to go too crazy with my mascara. But on the days where I'm not wearing lashes, this mascara is bomb. I think for my bottom lash line, I just want to do mascara and nothing else. Let's add some lashes to this look. And I've got the Ardell Demi Wispies. This is the set of 4 of them. Don't you love it when people look at the camera with one lash on and one not? I was watching this video this morning where this chick straight up was like talking with thick voluminous lashes on one side and none on the other for so long, and I was like, I cannot focus on what you're saying. I'm just looking at your lashes. Okay, those lashes are drying. I'm gonna flick a little bit of mascara between my lashes and them. Tie everything together. I really wanted like a thick, chunky lash look for this look. Ooh.
Bye.
Bye. Cool, eyes are done. I feel like a doll. I'm kind of loving how big my eyes look. I'm gonna put on some lips and we're gonna call it a day. Should we do a red or a brown? I feel like I wanna try a red lip. So I'm gonna go in with my MAC Ruby Woo. This is a classic red by them. Do I wanna do red? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, if I didn't feel like a doll before, I definitely feel like one now. Boom! We have ourselves a super duper springy look. I don't know honestly if I'm feeling this red lip anymore. I think I'm just not liking it with the green shirt, to be honest, but I like it on my face. This whole look is inspired by Linda Hallberg. I'll post her picture here somewhere. Should we keep the red? I'm feeling like it's taking away from the yellow. Should we try another lip? I decided to put on a more nude color. I used the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment and Get It On. Just didn't want to steal away from the yellow so much. Okay, I wanted it to have its moment. Wait, come here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this yellow look. I'm freaking loving it, to be honest, but I've been waiting to do this look for so long. Hope you enjoyed me doing a little bit more of an in-depth. I mean, it wasn't super in-depth. I wanted to explain a little bit more than I usually do. Usually I'm just trying to make jokes and stuff. Why am I so out of breath? Usually I'm just, you know, trying to crack jokes and stuff and not really talking through what I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed me talking through what I was doing a little bit more and explaining why I do the things that I do. Until next time, you know, as always, comment down below what else you want to see from me. What next video do you want me to do? Okay? All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Say bye. Bye. I can't speak today. Oh my gosh, words. How do you use words? Hold on, let's make sure it's not on my teeth. Ew, bro, you almost like gagged on me. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna draw on, oh, I did it again.